Hey guys, what's up? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video. And today we're going to be checking out my shop where we finally have the graveyard inside of it. You guys probably saw my first graveyard chest opening video where I spent $500 and got a single graveyard, and then I did another super magical chest opening and only got one other graveyard. So this will be 3 graveyards, more than I've ever gotten on this account inside of a single shop purchase. So let's go ahead and buy all of those today for 240,000 gold. Now, not only are we going to buy the graveyard, but we're going to throw it inside of a deck, which is going to be the Hog Rider and graveyard combination. I actually got this deck from a YouTuber called Ash. You guys might have seen some of the guides that he's done. I'm going to throw his channel in the description below, more specifically the video where I found this, but it should be a pretty interesting play, and it's the first time I've ever actually used this deck, so hopefully I'm not too much of a noob at it and I'll be able to work it out. I'm more of a tank player. I feel like over the last couple of months at least, I've been playing the Lava Hound and the Golem, and those have been a lot of fun for me, but this is going to be more of a, I guess, cyclable deck, and it has a little more versatility about how you can take your opponent's tower down. So let's go ahead and try it out inside of a couple of battles and start it off right here. Now, facing off against D-Rope, I've got a couple of options on what I want to play first, but I'm going to start with the archers in the back as a support unit in case I want to go in with my graveyard. I've got the Mega Minion here, and he's got his own Mega Minion, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Is he going to fireball me? There's a zap spell, and with that zap, I'm actually just going to go for his arena tower right now. I've got the archers, I've got the Mega Minion right here doing work against those as well. I'm going to zap everything, including those archers in the back, and that's going to let me do a pretty decent amount of damage against this tower, even though I might have spent an extra 1 or 2 elixir. So things are looking good. Those archers will die to my tower unless he has a miner or something else to support them with. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, and only 1 arrow will end up hitting my tower before he eventually plays that giant. Now, since he played that giant, I knew I was at 7 elixir when he played it, so he could have a 3 elixir lead if he waited all the way to 10 elixir to play that card, or he could have been silly and just dropped it at when he had like 5 elixir, so who really knows at this point. But let's go ahead and get ready to defend. I've got my archers, and take a look at this giant clump of death he has set up. He's got the Inferno Dragon, he's got the Mega Minion. He has so much right now that I'm going to have to take those out as soon as possible. I'm going to take out that Inferno Dragon from the back. The Mega Minion's going to die as well, and why not go for a little bit of a counter push? I might be able to get some decent damage off against this tower. I've got the Hog Rider plus an archer, and take a look as that zap spell gives my archer just a little bit of time to help take his archers out, and that's actually going to be a tower taking push right there, going from 1200 HP to 0 right off the bat. So really nice start to this game. We've made 2 pushes, and both of those pushes did 1200 damage to 1300 damage to the tower, eventually giving us that very first tower of the game, and our opponent is going to whip out a minion horde. So it looks like he's trying to get aggressive right here. I'm just going to play a tombstone and a fireball, and this should be enough to pretty much stop this push. That was a 10 elixir push from him and only a 7 elixir defense. He could take my skeletons out, which he will end up doing, so I'm going to use my archers reluctantly to take out this giant over here, and he's going to go for another massive push over here. So I'll drop my ice golem, but I'm hoping not to have to drop anything more on this side because I want to go on the offensive on the right. But now he actually had my archer get a little bit distracted, so I will have to drop the Mega Minion so I don't get my tower burned down, and a fireball to take out those Mega Minions as well. So a little bit disappointing. Honestly, I got really greedy. I could have defended that push with 0 damage done to my tower, but I just got a little bit ridiculous trying to hold on to as much elixir as possible. But here he goes with a push with the Valkyrie and the Mega Minion. I'll use my Ice Golem to tank for both of those. Fireball will end up clipping my Ice Golem right there, as well as my archers, so really nice fireball by him. But in the end, gonna be able to protect that tower pretty easily, and now I can go for a counter push with the Hog Rider plus the graveyard. So everything's running down this lane right here. We're gonna drop archers at the exact same time. Let's make sure to zap his tower as well as his archer. That's going to be another 1200 damage push on that left-hand tower, even more as that archer and skeletons finish it up, and 3 successful pushes throughout the entire game. Our first push took the tower down to half, our second push took the tower down to 0, and then our third and final push of the game brought that tower down on the other side to half. So really nice offensive pushes using this deck, and it feels pretty good so far. So let's continue onward, facing off against J. Maria Hurtado. Ooh, that was all right, let's keep going. And there's a tombstone in the very center. He's going to play his tombstone in the center, but his tombstone isn't in range of my Hog Rider, which is really good for us. So knowing that, I'm going to start with some archers in the back. He's probably going to have some sort of tank deck, either the Golem or the Lava Hound. I'm guessing he's going to play his minions right now. And as we go for our own push, there goes the Lava Hound. So let's make sure to fireball out his minions just so they don't get too much damage off. I was hoping to hold on to that fireball, so we could have actually used our graveyard on the right hand side, but it turns out we're not going to get our graveyard. He has a pretty good zap spell right there to take my archers out. So it looks like the damage is going to be pretty much even on both of the sides as my Mega Minion starts taking out some of those lava pups. So we've got about a 400 HP lead, but I do do know what his deck is right now, so that's really good for us, and we haven't even showed him our trump card, which is the graveyard. So let's go ahead and get ready. Instead of playing our tombstone, I'm just going to start with the archers and see what he does with his lava hound. Archers are going to start making their way through. Another tombstone from him, yet again, not taking account my Hog Rider. So now we've got the Hog Rider, we've got the Ice Golem in front doing that awesome death damage for us. I'm going to play the Fireball instead of the Graveyard, and that was actually a great call. Take a look as that Fireball took out 2 minions, 2 archers, 2 chains, 2 archers on his tower. Hog Rider's going to smack it down as well, and that's going to be a perfect play right there to take the very first tower of the game, and that's not forcing your deck right there. Like, I could have forced the Graveyard and tried to do the best I could with that, but instead, I knew that just playing that Fireball right there was a great call against his archers. At the very least, we would have let my Hog Rider get some more additional hits off on the tower, but since he ended up having those minions as well, it only made it that much better. And let's go and play our Ice Golem to distract his push right there. Really nice value for 2 elixir, and even though we're going to take some damage from these pups, things honestly could have been a lot worse. And now that we've defended his push, I think we're pretty decent as far as elixir goes. Let's start with our tombstone. There go his archers, and we just need to hold off a couple more Lava Hound combinations. Now, one thing about this deck is that it gets pretty weak when you get 1 tower down, because when the king tower is activated, it's really good at defending. So let's go and Fireball down his archers. He's got his Lava Hound as well. His own Fireball will take out only one of my archers. That was actually a pretty big misplay by him. And let's go ahead and tank his fire pups again with our Ice Golem. We've got the Zap spell to help out against all his troops. We're taking a ton of damage right now, and honestly, I'm on the back of my heels. I sort of just have to hang on and do what I'm doing. I've got my own little counter push coming right now. I'll kill the tombstone as well as those archers. Graveyard on the left-hand side, just trying to get some sort of semblance of a push of my own, but it looks like this battle is going to be more or less just making sure he doesn't take my tower out. I've got an Ice Golem for the Lava Pups, again, the Mega Minion to help out as well. All of those Lava Pups did attack the Ice Golem. That was perfect, and as the miner chips away onto the tower, it's not going to be able to end the game, and in total, we're only going to have 113 hit points left to finish off that win. So closer than you would have thought. We actually didn't get to utilize the Graveyard a lot inside of that battle, but still the Archer and Hog Rider combination was plenty enough to get that damage done for us. And let's go ahead and try one more battle out. Now, our opponent's going to play the Hog Rider and Ice Spear combination, and our Tombstone is still going to be really good against it, and he's actually going to zap our Tombstone. So he played 7 elixir there, and we only played a 3 elixir Tombstone. We have a 4 elixir lead, and he only did 200 damage to our tower. Like, that should be the end of the game as long as my deck isn't ridiculously bad. Let's go and play our Hog Rider. We've got the archers helping out as well. Fireball onto the tower to kill the princess, and just like that, look at all of the damage we have on that right-hand tower. Just because of a silly mistake from him, I can just go ahead and play my Ice Golem as well right here, and my Zap spell, that's going to be able to help out, kill all those minions, and take a look at the mini P.E.K.K.A. It's going to get slowed to pieces, and now we've got a significant lead. Another Hog Rider and Ice Spirit push, and honestly, if he just wants to keep doing this push over and over again, another Zap spell on that left-hand lane, he's not going to do anything from that. He got 2 hits this time, but he must have like 3 elixir left right now. We're going to have another massive push down this lane. In fact, we can just do the Hog Rider plus the Graveyard and probably take this tower out. So Hog Rider's going down, Graveyard's going as well. There goes most of his elixir with the mini P.E.K.K.A. and the goblins, probably all of his elixir. And look at the skeletons bashing their little heads into the tower. That's going to take out the mini P.E.K.K.A. That's going to take the tower down to 258. And with the princess sitting right there, it is too tempting not to throw a fireball at her. And that will take that tower down to 29 HP. So things are looking amazing. We even have our own Mega Minion on the left-hand side to clean up that Hog Rider. It's going to get another 2 hits off on the tower. And yeah, we have a massive lead right now. And all we need to do is keep controlled. In fact, I'm going to go for the left-hand tower. And I'll show you guys a little trick. So since that right-hand tower is so close to going down, a lot of people might just zap it or want to make sure they take it out right away. But since I'm playing the Graveyard, it is the super important that I don't take that king tower or activate that king tower until it's absolutely necessary. So instead, I'm going to chip this tower down on the left-hand side as much as possible without activating that king tower. And now we can go for the Ice Golem. We've got the Hog Rider. We've got our skeletons from our Tombstone. I've got the Zap spell, which is going to zap everything. And take a look as that tower is getting beaten down on. The Hog Rider's doing damage. Those skeletons, even with the princess in the back, are doing pretty decent work. A desperate Hog Rider from him won't end up doing anything. That's going to be a waste of 4 elixir. Fireball onto the princess. And now we have both towers chipped down pretty decently. Of course, one of them is still in kill range, but by not activating that king tower, I'm getting so much more damage on this left-hand side. We've got another Graveyard spell. Looks like all those cards over there we're going to have to deal with, but with the mini P.E.K.K.A. going down, the Hog Rider, which actually isn't going to get distracted by my Tombstone. Look at the tower on the left-hand side. The tower's down to 244, and even though we're going to lose our tower on the left-hand side, we made that backup plan by continually attacking that left-hand tower, not just using our zap as soon as possible, and because of that, Hog Rider running for glory and running for the victory, and that's going to give us the second crown and a payoff for all that investment we made on the left-hand side. So really good stuff. 2 crowns to 1 using this deck. Guys, this deck is super fun to play. Again, if you guys want to check it out, if you have the Hog Rider in the graveyard, you can use a bunch of different cards in combination with them and to see how it works for you. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. Fun deck. I'm going to keep practicing it. I think there's a lot I have to learn about it, and maybe get a little bit better with my Ice Golem placements, because that's a card I've actually like never played before. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smack that like button. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.